Good morning. It is February 23rd, 2024. We have the Parks and Cemetery Committee this morning. Present this morning are Councilman Schuyler and Councilman Schramm, appointed officials, Public Works Director Troy Kruger, and City Attorney Paul Jensen, and then we have Marty Peterson, our Parks and Cemetery Supervisor, here to join us for the meeting. Council has financials in front of them, I believe, on expenses, which is early, but I'll let you guys go ahead and roll out anything else that you have.
Basically, I don't know, just updates, man. The Ventric's been ordered. Paul and I are working on the final legalities of make sure the purchase is done correctly.
And I think everybody's in agreement that I've reviewed that the purchase is being done correctly. We just need the dealer to provide us a little bit of certain language in the documentation, and once that language is there, we'll be in great shape. So, and I sent you an email yesterday afternoon with the proposed wording, so if you can send that back to him, I think we'll be there.
And all this stems off the fact that when we purchased the Ventric, we were given the option of taking some demo equipment, which saved the city about $10,000, and it's got very low hours on it. It was just demo equipment, so we opted to take that equipment. So Paul and I are just making sure that because it's used in demo equipment, that it's still being purchased legally, and so we're making sure that all those details are taken care of. The hockey rink has been
Dismantled?
It's just, I'll let you, Marty, tell you how that, where that's at.
Yeah, we just did, one side caved in on, we had a board break, and once it caved in on 2 Fridays ago, I think, the last time we had committee, we just talked about it. Drove out there, it's like, oh, shit. And then we took it all down, stacked it on pallets out there, so when it dries up, we'll haul it back, store it somewhere, but.
Just started to walk over on itself?
Yeah, we over tightened the bolts, of course, because, and then it pulled some of the end boards apart, which caused, so, live and learn.
First year.
No.
Yep.
We won't do it there again.
No.
It didn't work out very well. Number one, the weather didn't work out. It didn't cooperate, obviously. But number two, it turned into a muddy mess up there. The foot traffic, and we don't want to destroy the park. So we need to put our heads together and find a location that everyone can agree on. If we're going to do this again next year, try it again next year, and maybe something so we can maybe just leave it. We don't have to tear it down and put it up and tear it down and put it up, or minimal. But it actually took quite a while to do it where we did it. I mean, these guys had quite a few hours involved in that, so I don't know, we'll put some thought into it this year and come up with a better plan. Chandra mentioned that the playground, or the Bailey's Park improvements project has gone forward, so that bid's been submitted. So if we get any bids on that, or bidders are on that or whatever, then we'll make everyone aware of that. I don't know what day I'm guessing she did it this last Wednesday. I can't think of anything else I have. Do you have anything?
We're advertising for summer help now,
Oh, yeah.
so I know some guys took out
And is this a
applications.
swimming pool time too?
Yeah,
Where
we're
you
doing-
get your swimming pool people, is that the summer help you're talking about? That and lawn mowers?
Parks guys.
So we're doing everything right now. We're doing the seasonal help. We're doing the pool, and then we're doing Marty's summer help, Parks and Cemetery kids.
Yep.
I actually have had about 3 or 4 calls of seasonal help, guys that are just retiring and they want something to do. They don't want to sit at home still. The exact scenario that we said, hey, that may not happen. I got like 3 of them that want to come mow. So
One guy called me up and said, how do I get Jim Patmore's job?
oh,
And I said, you want to run a lawnmower? Yep. And he's an old guy.
Yeah.
And I told him to call you, so.
Yeah, so that's good, because I have not talked to, we won't mention names, but I haven't talked to all the guys. I don't know if you,
I talked to one,
Okay.
he come and got one.
we got one out of the two.
It's a start.
That's good.
Good.
Anything else?
I don't know, I was gonna make some calls to last year's summer help, a couple kids that I knew were coming back, and make sure we get them involved.
Good.
They'll have to go to the office and get an app and reapply.
Right, or else I'll have them email them, they're in college,
Yeah.
so make sure they get a chance. But other than that, we've been fairly busy, waiting for things to dry up, really, to really get going, but
I've been forwarding calls and requests for softball over to you. Are you
Yeah.
receiving those?
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah,
Adminis-
we just gotta have things dry up and then we're ready.
Will Winter have a girls softball team?
Yep,
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I didn't know.
Got a full schedule already.
For
For girls softball, they've
Full.
already got a full schedule.
Full.
yeah.
Full
I haven't
schedule. Okay,
counted
good.
home games, 4 or 5 probably,
Yeah, last year they had one.
and,
Nobody.
And they'll probably use Bailey's, or will they use
Bailey's.
McDonald's?
Bailey's.
Bailey's, yep,
Yep.
okay.
I'm building a crow's nest there. We got enough scrap lumber to replace that. So
That was the question administration had been asking.
it kind of slipped my mind till she asked me about that. I was like, oh yeah, we can whip one of them out. So
Okay.
a small one would be look
And that
just like
season starts right after basketball?
McDonald's.
Yeah.
I think track starts.
Oh,
after
the one
track.
behind?
Same as track?
Yeah.
We're gonna put it in the same spot though, where it was. So,
Yep.
but we're doing that now. 18th practice starts for them
Of March,
of March.
yep, I think,
It's gotta be similar to boys baseball.
Yeah, close.
yeah, boys' baseball though isn't regulated by the state of South Dakota.
I think first of April's their first game.
Yep. And I think like my granddaughter's plays for Sioux Falls, I think her first game is March 30, so same
Yeah,
exact
same.
time frame. Yeah. Might be March 30th, I'm not gonna promise that, but it's right there in that area, yep.
Baseball Association guy asked me last night about the bulbs. I said, they're in, we just gotta dry up so we can get them in there.
Yeah, I talked to Ty.
Or some frost.
The last time they did it, they rented a truck from Altech, the same company that we usually buy our trucks from, but they brought a truck down that gets high enough to do the bulbs, so I ordered the bulbs, they're in, Marty's got them down there. I think the total price on the bulbs was like $2,600, which was, they were $60 a bulb.
Yeah,
So that-
they're not terribly expensive,
No.
but the installation is costly.
Yeah,
One
red,
time they used, well, I'm gonna call it a crane with a basket on it. You got in the basket and the crane raised you up, because we don't have anything that'll go 80 feet. So,
the light department did it last time, so that seems like they said it went pretty smooth. Got that
with
truck.
with that rented All-Tech truck?
Yep.
Yep.
So I'm gonna look into that. I don't think they had to get on, I think they only had to get on the field for that one set of lights right behind the,
Oh, probably the two towers by
yeah.
because of the side hill. Yeah.
But we'll make sure we put down boards and everything
Yeah,
and protect the field.
that field is so soft. If you don't do it when it's frozen, yep, and then how can you work when the field's froze? I couldn't. I know.
Maybe it'll freeze in March. It hasn't,
Yeah, right.
it hasn't froze yet. Your batting cage.
Yeah, I got the ground sleeve set, but it's a muddy mess out there too, so we're waiting for that to dry up
At
to
the
finish it.
softball field?
Yeah,
Yep.
to finish it, so. I don't know. I think it'll only take us a couple hours to put it up once we're done, so, I don't know. But, no,
We will get the sprinklers done in the cemetery this spring.
Now that we own the gym over here, have we given any thought to an indoor collapsible batting cage?
We talked about that
Oh, we did,
2
okay.
years ago, 3 years ago.
Okay.
It's been proposed mostly by the
Baseball stuff.
softball, by the women's, like the girls softball. Those coaches have asked about it quite a few times, but we could never come up with a batting cage solution that
Interfere with everything else.
because there's permanent pieces to those collapsible batting cages.
Up on top, yep.
Yeah,
There'd
and
be a railing to be installed, yep.
just not,
I found
we've never come to an agreement on what we could get or what we couldn't get.
Yep.
I'm sorry, thank you. I think the biggest problem is that net that drops down mid-court, right?
Yeah.
That obstructs anything from,
In order to put one in this gym with the net that's in the middle.
yeah.
Yep, I understand what you're saying.
That and the air handlers
Oh, yeah.
for the heating.
Yeah, because I believe all the rail work is up on the top. Has to go end to end, probably 80 feet.
Well, I have seen one that you take down and put up. There's like fiberglass poles that hang off one end on the wall. You hook your net to that, unroll it out, it
Oh,
comes in
yeah.
the cart. You got cables or cords on the other end, hook to them, tighten them up.
I have seen those.
Yeah.
And they just
Phantom
roll up
batting
into
cage.
the wall, right?
No, you just take it down and put it up.
So what's I don't know, I'm asking the question, but, so we have junior high basketball over here, like, every day now. And how long does that last? It's boys, junior high boys basketball, there's a ton of them.
5:30.
But how
long?
How long do they go?
Well-
Into March or what?
They're done.
They're done now.
I think they're done.
Oh, they are?
Yeah.
But the beautiful thing is, if you go to wintersd.org now and go to our event center or community center and come down, there's a calendar on there, and every day that's booked, including those practices,
Oh, good.
you can actually see the schedule for the community center now. And it, actually, if you haven't seen the new website, as far as it is, and it gives you a ton of information. It's a way more functional site.
What's the address for that?
wintersd.org, O-R-G, and looks good. Job postings are there.
I'm still
I
trying to
just
figure
wondered-
out the cemetery website. I can find my great-grandmother, who was married to my great-grandfather, but he's not in there. So I don't know if I'm not spelling Frederick right, which could be. So I don't know, but Bertha shows up, but Frederick does not.
Huh?
So I'm just assuming, go look for Bertha and you'll find Frederick right next door. Should be.
Now that you say that, I would hope that is on that site also, and I don't recall seeing it there.
What's that?
The cemetery site where people could just go
There is, and there's a locator.
from
but
wintersd.org.
Evidently, you have to be able to spell the name, because there's two Fred Shrams. There's Fred and then his son Fred Jr. But the original Fred was Carl Friedrich. Okay? And so now I don't know if Fred Schramm that I'm looking for is actually Carl Friedrich, so I'll check with the office and find out what they have it as. Because they should have a map that if I find Bertha here, who's next to her? And that should solve my whole problem, because Bertha's in there. I told people that called me, I said, well, here's Bertha, he's probably right next to her. Because she's got a block and a lot and a plot, I think is how you have them listed. Blocks, lots.
Block, slot, and space.
Space, okay, thank you. 3 things. Anyway, there's 3 numbers there, so told them to go there and look. But don't know how to spell Frederick.
And the
'Cause-
locator's not on there, Jody.
I was just looking,
You can't find it?
On wintersd.org.
not on the new site.
On the Cemetery.
On the main page where it has all the departments, there's a
Yep.
cemetery department.
Yep.
I clicked on that and then I found a locator, I thought.
I see.
But I am not the guy to talk IT, I'll tell you that. If the car doesn't start when the key turns to the right, you gotta call somebody. Now they got push button, that you gotta step on the brake at the same time. Can't have one of those cars. You gotta do two things at once to make one thing happen.
I don't know how many times I got out of mine and left it running. Because you gotta push the button,
You
shut
gotta
it
push the
off
button to
too.
shut it off too. You can take the key with you.
I put it in park and
Yeah,
then I just
cemetery
get out and walk
sounds
away
good.
and Carrie's like, aren't you gonna shut the car off?
On the
Yeah.
very top of it.
Gotcha, I see it.
What about the dead tree on that one corner? I know we didn't freeze this year, so it's gonna be a pain in the ass getting it out of there.
Still not out yet.
Still not down, okay. Good. At least it won't be spewing any more stuff anymore.
Sad, yeah.
How many in the parks do we have left? Do we have any in the park?
We got them all. They
You got
got
all the dead
them.
ones
They got
out.
them when I was on vacation, so.
Oh, that's right.
Did we figure out, I mean, just the whole tree died or what happened?
What's that?
The tree,
Yeah.
probably them bugs that were eating it.
And that killed them?
That's what I'd say, yep.
It's deader than a doornail.
It is dead. And halfway eaten through, or whatever, rotted through, that's what scares me about it, just randomly falling whenever it wants to. That's my only urgency to get it down, is it's only half the trunk size is what it should be. And a wind from the right direction, Marty, I wonder,
No.
are you concerned about that at all?
Yeah, yeah, it's on the list. We just gotta get to it.
Okay, yeah. But with the roads and the ground being so darn soft,
You know,
just the bucket truck going in there is gonna tear them little
we'll probably have
roads
to
up.
take the loader down there and chain it up to the loader and then cut it and then, so we don't have to actually let it fall on the ground.
Yeah.
We'll just chain it up, put the grapple tape on the loader and chain it.
Main thing is that it doesn't hit any of the hit zones, because they're quite expensive and quite valuable in the sentimental sense. We wouldn't want any part of the tree to damage or break or fall on somebody's headstone, I think.
We do not want to pay for new headstones.
Exercise a lot of care
Darn
there.
sure, they're going up about.
This was a special one that I picked out, special, you know. So there's something to that, you know.
Oh, it's always high priority at the cemetery to,
Yeah.
we know that people are, it's a high priority thing to make sure that nothing gets broke and nothing, because we know how people feel about that.
Yep.
We respect that. That's all I got.
I found the cemetery, so.
Yeah, it's there
It
too.
works.
And your summer labor job postings are there. It's got the doc that you can download.
Yeah, next week's supposed to be,
Nice.
68.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, what?
It's supposed to be 68,
60s most of the-
68 degrees on Monday.
Well, that ought to freeze the ground.
Tuesday though looks like.
Either that or let them start mowing.
People
We
keep
got
talking about snow
we got a
next week.
dethatcher and I'm excited to get out and use it, so.
Oh, sure. Be good weather for that. As long as you can avoid the mud.
Yeah, that don't,
Yeah, things are just too
this shouldn't be
wet.
happening because people will be walking around in shorts and shorts